Welcome to AFAX #1 stop to entertainment and trending news. Now, if there's a break that seems we won't be getting anytime soon, it is of Nairofey and maybe her soon-to-be ex-hubby, Euphorian, aka Bebe. So, if you have been following what has been happening, Euphorian decided to end it all by just concluding with Instagram DMs that he was having with Nairofey, trying to figure out why she feels demotivated, why she's not posting, and why she's not enthusiastic posting content. And the person whose name came up on those chats was Silantoi, and basically it concluded that she was a big threat when it came to Nairofey. And so during this expose, let's just say better half of it, Nairofey has been very silent. What she has been doing is chasing the bags, posting adverts on her Insta stories, and it felt like she was taking the high road. She was not going to do a back and forth with her former love, and that is Bebe, but it seems that just as he backs down, she is backing up. Remember, she had come with her receipts before, putting out that Bebe had scammed her for the past 4 years, and also he might be having relationships with men. Hold that thought because we'll be getting into that later. So she shares a few conversations, and as you can see, she got one DM from a fan, and it says, "Hey Nairofey, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I have worked with him, but at some point I felt that if I talked, you could have thought like I wanted your relationship to end. Hata when he said before kwa vlog that he was being enlisted in military to fight against Ukraine, kwanza nilicheka juu umeishi ukijua he works for United Nations. The minute you work for United Nations, you are termed as a diplomat. Na huwezi kuwa enlisted by must to a country's military, hata kama you hold their passport. Huyu jamaa hata ameosha sahani. I was his supervisor, yet in another hotel where he was a dishwasher." Wow. And then Nairofey does put a caption with that. Some of the things coming down on the video about the sponsor. Now, for those who might not be aware, Nairofey has created a new YouTube channel where she's planning to drop all the receipts, and also she did put out that she's looking for a producer because she also plans to do a documentary. That is how much she has to say. And so one of the things that she has put out through her clapbacks is that Bebe is a bellman. This is a man who cannot sustain her lifestyle, and she took to share a screen grab of his identity documents, or rather an ID which states his position, and clearly it has been written Bellman, the resort in which he's working in Dubai. I have just had to crop that out because there's personal information including the number of his identity card, but she did caption, "Let's Google his salary versus my monthly spending. Soon we shall know." So you see, she still sticks to her words that still this man cannot afford her. The salary that he earns is not even capable of financing her lifestyle. And so she does this by proving that he is truly a bellman by showing the position that he is in this particular resort in Dubai. Anyway, Nairofey also did not stop there. I told you guys to hold the thought of where she actually accused her husband of sleeping around with men. And as you can see, she put out this. I hope Sasha, this Sasha she also did mention in her previous expose, or rather clapback. So she's putting it out again this time. I hope Sasha, his daddy, is seeing what his boy is doing, because he will soon need a roof back in Russia. So clearly she's putting out that Bebe has a daddy in Russia, and as you can see, it is a he. So this is the man who has been sponsoring Bebe back there in Russia, and the person who is giving him a roof, and we will go by allegedly. Please also note that Nairofey had shared that the YouTube earnings that she was getting was going to Bebe, and they were splitting 50-50. And she also does put out that this man had a plan of being a manager. This was a man who's planning to make money through her as a brand, and she does share. So she shares, na watu wakiachwa wachike, stop forcing issues and creating a whole online drama just because someone doesn't want you. I didn't know he wanted me that much. Anyway, as someone who knows him, I know it's just that he now knows his plan to become a future full-time job manager imepepea evil. Now he has to be employed. And so we get to see Nairofey putting out that this was a man who was planning to feed off her to be her brand manager. This man that she married and said I do, and also just putting out the vows, wanting him to be the father to her children. This man right here is the one who wanted her so badly. Na sasa ameachwa, hatakwi na hataki kuachika. But with that being said, we know that the Nairofey closet pseudo account, which apparently maybe is being run by Bebe, is very petty. And the moment Nairofey put out all this, that is the first clapback that she did, that is when the receipts started dropping. And just as they calmed down, maybe perhaps they thought that Nairofey is no longer clapping back, maybe it's time to let go. Kumbe Nairofey, on the other hand, was not going to let go. She was not going to be labeled as somebody who is a cheater, somebody who is a user. She still has to defend herself, like we have seen through this post. Now, what we see right now is that both parties are accusing each other. No one is wrong in this marriage. Everyone accuses the other of having extramarital affairs. Everyone is accusing the other of being the financial giant in this relationship. Everyone is accusing the other of using them. So who exactly is telling the truth and who is lying in this marriage? The truth is only known to the two people who said I do. Has Bebe seen these receipts that Nairofey has dropped? We don't know. But maybe this will prompt him to put out more receipts proving that he is right and he stands by his words. Well, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Turn on your post notification so you're notified once we have any new uploads. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.